me to be a part of this wonderful Hope Summit. There's so many wonderful people here, and I'm just so honored to be a part of it. Yes, that's a great question. How has my life changed since I started my healing journey? Well, I actually didn't want to start my healing journey. It was something that just got emphasized over and over again that I needed to, and so I began. And the first thing that changed for me is my career. So I went from I jumped 8 salary grades and changed my career totally. I was temping before, and I became full time, and eventually I took a voluntary layoff and was able to travel for a year until my money ran out, and then I started a job very quickly. And it's a field I've loved. I've been in that field for 24 years now, and wow. And then years later, I actually was at another company, the same company I started with before. I came back there, and I got promoted 3 times in a year and a half, and the salary that I suggested, they paid me way more than that, so that was a lovely surprise. 90% of the people who I associated with and called my friends, good friends, best friends, whatever, boyfriends, whatever, totally were removed from my life, and I had got a whole new set of friends, and it made my years of friendship with these people look like they were acquaintances. So my relationships got deeper, more deeper conversations, more love, more dependability. They were just really there for me, and I was there for them. I was able to open up my heart and really trust people, and the people who were now in my life were worth trusting. And it just kept building my confidence. So I started doing things that I always wanted to do. I used to always sit on the sideline and watch people perform, sing, dance, and I always wanted to do that. And I was privileged to get the opportunity to sing in front of hundreds of people, and actually be backup singers in front of thousands of people. And so that was just amazing. And there was always these opportunities for me to push past my fear, and I think that's what made the biggest difference is I stopped living by fear, and I started facing the fears, and the fears just kept getting smaller. And I started getting all the cars that I've ever wanted, from a sports car to a Jeep. You know, you always have these people that care about you telling you, you shouldn't do that, oh, that's dangerous, and just filling you with fear and don't do it kind of a thing. And I just ignored that and went forward anyway, and I got my first luxury car, and then my second luxury car, and then I was able to have 2 cars at a time for, gosh, I don't know, maybe like 15 years now, no longer than that. So anyway, yeah, and I actually paid off one of my cars 8 months early, and another one a year and 10 months early. So it's just so freeing to be able to have financial security. That was something that I affirmed a lot, that I'm financially free, I'm financially secure, and it just came about. And you know, remember I told you that story of how I live paycheck to paycheck, and that's not the case anymore. And I was able to, I was always in apartments, moving a lot, very, you know, spontaneous. I would spontaneously move, right? And so anyway, and then I started buying a home. I bought a 2,500 square foot home on a corner with a big backyard, And a few years ago, I actually had my house built and picked everything out from the doorknobs to the size of the shelves, etc. The sinks and everything. So that's been an amazing blessing also. My credit is so awesome that I was able to actually buy a new car when I wasn't even employed. I've been able to travel for business and go to all these different states that I actually didn't. I thought, I want to go there. And in a few months, I was invited on a business trip to go there. So I've had that happen to me several different times. And I've gone to at least 17 different states in the United States several times. And I've been to several countries at least 2 to 3 times, and been on cruises from the Royal Caribbean to Norwegian, and when things clear up, the next trip I will be going on is Princess. So I've been able to just face my fears. I've had a fear of heights, and I used to have a hard time just going in the balcony or walking downstairs. And I've been rock climbing, and I've rappelled down a 100-foot mountain. Gosh, I went over a river on like a rope ladder, which makes you face down, and you're crawling across it as it sways back and forth, and you're looking down at the water. And I've had a few water accidents, but I've learned to get over that fear too. I actually went kayaking in Alaska in the freezing cold. And I've been skiing on the tallest mountains, doing all these curves, going really fast. They're like, you need to slow down, right? And so it's like, it's just so amazing not to be afraid of the world anymore, and trying new things and going after things that used to scare me. And it's just opened me up to new kinds of relationships with people that I wouldn't be open to in the past, and it's been delightful to get to know them. And I feel like I have this opportunity because I changed the way that I think, and changing the way that I think changed my whole world. Like, the major thing that I started believing is God loves to bless, and He wants the best for me, and He is my protection and safety. And I've been safe for 24 years. Even the people who hurt me in the past, God has brought them back into my life, and they have apologized, and we've been able to get closure in every relationship that I've had in the past except for one. So I feel like there's miracles happening in my life constantly, and that's why I wrote my book, because it's like, before I used to think I was cursed, and now I see that I am blessed. And nothing changed at first except the way that I thought, and then it changed everything else. So thank you for letting me share.